seconds to go. Ironman 70.3 Bolton, England, 15 seconds.
Hi, I'm Alex. Welcome to my channel, and as you already know, today is everything about IRONMAN 70.3 Bolton that I recently did. So where do I start? Probably from the race weekend, when I just got to the Bolton. When I was searching for the information about the race, I couldn't find anything about it. Well, later on I understood that this was a first Ironman 70.3 race in Bolton. Prior to that they had full Ironman. So it's a different course and, well, everything new. Okay, so let's start from the first day, the Friday. So when I got to Bolton, the weather was horrible. I mean, there was strong wind and raining and cold. It wasn't very inspiring at all. So I went to Pennington Flash to check out the lake. And my gosh, it was so windy. The lake was so choppy. It looked more like a sea than a lake. But well, I wasn't very nervous about it, because in the previous videos that I saw on YouTube there was something similar to that, but the race day was perfectly fine. So I kind of was hoping for that. Right, then after that I went to check out the bike route. Well, I heard it was hilly. So there are two loops around the lake and they were rolling flat-ish most of the time, so it was alright. Then it was about 14 miles to the Bolton, where we had to do another two loops. There were most of the hills. When I saw those hills, that's where I was scared. They were quite steep and long. Well, but anyway, I was there to do it, and I wasn't going to give up. So the only thought that I might had was probably I will have to walk them, but I will do them. I will finish my race. So yeah, after checking the bike route, I went to register to Bolton Centre. So the Ironman village was right by the finish line, so it was easy to find, and overall everything was organized absolutely brilliant. It was my first Ironman, not just 70.3 Ironman at all. My first race in triathlon. And I was kind of scared. I won't find, I won't miss something, I forget something or whatever. But there were signs everywhere. The stuff, the Ironman stuff was absolutely brilliant. Amazing event. So I got to the village, went to registration, got my Ironman backpack and all the stuff and the beep number, which was quite good. I liked it. My wrist, and yeah, I went to prepare. I prepared my bags that evening, all transition bags, the blue one, the red one. Put on all stickers on my bike, on my helmet. So that was pretty it for the first day. And I do recommend to go and have 2 days. One for the registration and preparing everything, and the second day for putting everything in, all the transitions and stuff, because especially the transitions are in separate places, so you need some time to do that. So this Saturday, I went to rack my bike and my blue bag. So by the lake, it was still raining, the weather was still horrible and cold. But yeah, that's fine. I racked my bike, then I went to town and got to T2, got my red bag in the tent, got my chip, by the way, on T1 when I racked my bike. And that's basically it for that day. Yeah, so now in T2, going to rack my bike. Over there. Yeah, now talk to you later. Yeah, so bike is racked. Going to take my bag in to the tent. Bag racked. Go from there, grab my bag, open there, change over, and go there. bike is racked, the blue bag is hanged. Well, I've been here yesterday, right, and today like it's a lot calmer than yesterday. So here is the start line, and there's the finish. Right, so everything cool, right, there's the time for the queue. We'll be starting from, you know, in a wetsuit, so hopefully it will be great. Now I'm going to T2 for my red bag, heading there. It's different places, so yeah, need to get there on time so I wouldn't miss it. So let's go. Oh, so I'm in T2. Now I'm just want to look and find where I'll be wrecking my bike after I come to Bolton. So that's bike in, that's transition 2. There's the tent, the changing room, so I'll put my red bag in there. I'm going to find my bike. So there was like, well, it's perfect. The bike in here, so coming in with bike, going from there, coming in with bike, and yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, coming in, yeah, I'm right here. Yep, here's my number, 767, yeah, put my bike, and I'm out. So the red bag is in perfect position as well. Just straight from the entrance, from the right, from the bottom, and I'm out. It took some time, but well, basically, yeah, I've got good sleep. And alright, so the race day. In the morning, well, I got up very early to get my nutrition in, so breakfast and nutrition in, just so I wouldn't forget anything. Okay, so it's race day morning. It's 2:30. Race day. Getting ready and heading out to the lake. Well, first to town, leaving car, and going to the lake with a shuttle. It's time to start the first breakfast. Let's go. And yes, I decided to leave my car in town by T2. There was a shuttle that was taking all the athletes to the Bennington Flash. It was quite easy to find, quick transport to the lake, around 10 minutes walk to the lake from the shuttle. Right, so left my car in the town at the car park. Well, it was quite easy. There are lots of signs, so I went to the shuttle bus in the center. Took me here to the sport village, and now I'm going to pump my tires and put the bottles in, and we'll be changing to my wetsuit. So yeah, the walk is around 10-15 minutes from the shuttle stop to the site. So yeah, here it is. Bikes. Yeah. So let's go. I went again to check my bike, pump the tires, and then put in nutritions. And yeah, I was preparing. Put on my suit, put on my wetsuit, and went to the queue. Wait for the start. And the energy was amazing. There were so many people, and the person who was there by the microphone was Oh, that was amazing, the energy. I was so pumped up. I couldn't wait to start the race. That person was shouting like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 10 minutes, well, get ready, blah, blah, blah. The music on, the supporters, thousands of people. Amazing. The atmosphere was amazing. Never felt like that anywhere. So, and we're queuing, and yes, and I hear 15 seconds to go, 10 seconds to go, and then boom, and we were off. And you know that the Ironman stuff is there. I don't remember, 3 or 4 people, and they are just letting people in the lake, like with the beeps, like beep, 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 and you go, and then repeat. And so that's how the people were going into the lake, starting their swims. So I got into my queue, I got to that point, I'm ready to start, I'm so fired up. So the last beep went on, pressed my watch and went for it. Yes, and that was probably a tip if you are going for the first time as well. Don't start too hard. That's what I've done, and those first 500 meters were so hard. I couldn't catch my breath. I just couldn't get into my stroke. That was really, really hard because I went too hard. Just start as easy as possible. Well, that's what my coach said as well. So, and what I'm practicing now for the next time. Right, but after 500-600 meters, I went into my stride and it was absolutely fine. But the other thing was, I was drifting a lot to my right. And eventually, because of that, I swam 300 meters more. So instead of doing 1900, I've done 22. So yeah. Well, that's due to my stroke, and I'm trying to fix it, but that's for the next time. And the other point was that I wanted to mention is the water fight. Well, I heard about it and I knew it was coming, but it was really tough. People going from the left, from the right, under me, over me. That was, as I call it, like a water kung fu in there. So yeah, you need to wait for it, and well, just know it will be there, and just navigate through that. I don't know. I just need to get used to that. In a racing where 1,000 people are swimming. Right. So in the end of the swim, well, it was absolutely fine. I went off the swim of the lake. Well, my legs felt fine, but yes, my head was quite dizzy after that long swim. But I kept going. Like, I knew I needed to get going, and I was going. I got my suit off. It was a long transition. Wasn't too far away, but it was quite far. I think it was about half a K through the transition by my watch. So yeah, I got my suit off. I got my old biking stuff on, and yes, you are getting the your blue bag to the Ironman stuff, and they were taking it to, so you wouldn't have to come to the lake to take it, to pick it up later after the race. So that's a great thing. So yeah, and yeah, I grabbed my grabbed my bike and well, went off. Yeah, first 10-15 minutes were, well, like a warm up. It's quite hard. But I warmed up quite quickly, because when you started the bike, there was slight uphill straight away. So yeah, I got warmed up quite quickly. So the bike, and honestly, I surprised myself. So I've got through the bike, through the first 2 loops quite fast. It was faster than I usually was doing my training. And yes, I was on my aero bars almost all the time, which I haven't done in my training. Was kind of afraid training my aero bars due to the traffic all around. So that's what I was happy about. So so after those 2 loops, the way to the Bolton, it was alright. It was harder than the first 2 loops. It was alright. I knew there was a quite steep hill just coming into the next 2 loops in Bolton, but I went through it quite fine, and that's where I knew, well, I'm probably feeling good, so let's push a bit. And yes, I knew it's coming, the biggest hill, and on the way to that hill, well, I already saw the people turning, other athletes turning to the left on that hill. I've dropped my gears, just prepared myself. I made a turn, started climbing, and to my surprise, I felt quite good, and I didn't stop. Yes, it was longer than I thought, anticipated to do, but on the end of that hill there was hundreds of people, and overall the support, well, I felt like the whole Bolton, it's not a small town, and the whole Bolton was all people were on the streets cheering and supporting all the athletes. That was amazing. I was soaking that energy from that. And on the end of that hill, when you're smacked after going up that hill, hundreds of people in there cheering you. That's really giving you a lot of energy. So I turn, and then it's you're going down the hill with the wind, so time to relax a bit. Well, for me, at least it was time to relax. Some people were pushing, of course. It was my first race, and I knew I wouldn't do the best time ever. So yeah, it was time to relax for me. Yeah, but I knew I need to do it second time as well. And there are other hills on the road. So I got to the second loop, got to that hill. It was harder than the first time, obviously, because that was almost the finish. So I got to that hill. I never stopped. And by the way, I saw people walking in there, and that's where I remember the thought, I will not stop. I will be going. And I never stopped. Well, that's, I'm proud I did it. Honestly, I didn't thought I will without stopping, but I did. I never stopped. Yeah, it wasn't fast. I did it in 3 hours and 51 minutes. That was my time for the bike. So yeah, so in transition 2, I felt fine. Everything felt fine except of my back. My back was killing me. And probably because of the aero position, I never ride before, so probably because of that, it's not used to it, and it was killing me. Yeah, the transition was really painful. But I knew I had to move, so I was moving slowly, but moving. Started to run. Well, I thought I thought I was running. I saw the footage, it was barely moving. But that was, well, another 100 or 200 meters, and then kind of my back released, and I was going fine. My goal was to do the half marathon in under 2 hours, which I can, and I was going the first mile, the second mile, and on the third mile, I kind of understood it was a hilly course. It's written like rolling course, but well, there was some steep hills in there, really steep. And on those hills I understood I won't make it, really. I mean, under 2 hours, that won't be possible, because I am under 2 hours half marathon, but on a flat route, kind of flat-ish route, not with these hills. So I thought I'll just relax a bit, but I will finish it, and I'll finish it strongly as fast as I can. But I knew it won't be under 2 hours, and I was okay with that. And I was going. Again, lots of people cheering you out. and I felt fine. Really. Yeah, it was hard, but I felt fine, energized, and I was so in a positive mood. And I saw other athletes struggle. I started to cheer them out, and that was a boost of energy for me as well. I mean, the whole day was amazing. The whole race, it was really hard. Don't get me wrong, it was hard, but it was fun. It was amazing. So, getting back to the half marathon, to the run. So you are getting through the park where all the steepest hills are, and then you are going a bit. I don't know. I think it was a mile or mile and a half each way, where you're going in a slide uphill and then downhill. And then you are coming back from that hill and going into town with some uphills and straights, and again with a lot of people, a lot of support. It's amazing. The IRONMAN stuff was amazing. The feeding station were amazing. I was slowly running through them, stopping a couple of times at the feed stations, having my Coke, having the electrolytes, having water, gels. Yeah, and I knew I'm going. I keep moving. I'm not walking, and I was. Yeah, and you are coming to town. And that was amazing. You passed the finish line. I mean, 3 times. You pass it 2 times, and a 3rd time you are finishing it. And majority of people are at the finish line, and that was amazing. The hundreds of people in there cheering you up, and that was halfway through, and you're going for your second loop to the park. And after the second loop, so that's the second time. When you're coming back to the park, second loop, you are going 3rd time in there to the finish line, and yeah, at the end, I knew the finish line is coming in a corner, so I already knew that's finish. So it's time to just give it all out, and I basically started sprinting to the finish, and that feeling was amazing. Honestly, the best feeling, crossing that finish line on that red carpet. That's amazing. So yeah, that's how the race went. And you're going through the finish line, you get your medal, you give the chip out, take some water, go into the tent, some goodie bags in there, and pizza and fruits and something to eat. Yeah, and that's where I felt how tired I am. And that's where I felt my back pain back again. Yeah. So what can I say? The whole event was absolutely amazing. The Ironman doing it superbly. I loved Bolton, really. It was really tough, really challenging course, but it's amazing. Well, when you do something challenging, that's when you feel amazing. When you achieve that, that's amazing feeling. That was one of the hardest that I had, but also one of the best that I had. I will do the Ironman again. That's without question. Yeah. Yes. By the way, yeah, this is the medal you get when you finish. Oh, amazing, amazing stuff. Now, Ironman 70.3 Bolton. I've done it. Couldn't be prouder. I mean, yeah, I knew it wouldn't be plan A, but it was quite optimistic. So yeah, I aimed to finish, and that's what I've done. Amazing, absolutely. So what else can I say? Sorry, the video is getting a bit too long. Me chatting about it, but I'm just so excited and thrilled about the race. Yeah. By the way, it's my first video, but I'm in the beginning of my journey. I am going to be a full Ironman this year, and I think I won't stop on it. And yeah, I've got a lot of tips because I've started from zero. I mean, well, really from zero. And I'll be doing these videos on everything I have learned on my journey and everything I will learn on the journey to the Ironman, and all the tips, all the stuff. I was searching information online, well, for quite long, and I mean, I want to share this. I want to share this with you, so please subscribe. It will help me to know that, well, you are up for that information and you need it. And also, I'll try to do these videos, well, as interesting as possible. When I was preparing for my Ironman, some of the YouTube videos were very inspiring and motivating for me. So that was the place where I was searching for motivation to get every morning and go training and all that stuff. So yeah, so subscribe and press those bell buttons as well. So give this video a like as well, please, so it will reach more people. And yeah, pardon me for this a bit choppy video. So this is my first video on YouTube, but I will get better in it. So yeah, again, anyone considering doing Bolton, yeah, do it. It's absolutely amazing. And the fact that Ironman does it, it's absolutely superb. So yeah, I hope you've got something out of this video, any useful information, and see you next time. Cheers.